Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 15 of Hypovolemia, a Modpack by Caithleen. So, in the last episode, I finally connected the two islands and put some glowstone because I didn't want to have torch all over the place. I just thought that was a bit ugly, and so I just went with a different solution. Let me just get rid of these things right now. And basically, the reason why I've done this is that we really need a lot more building space because we're going to have to take things into like higher gear. Oh, I just heard a mob, but it's down here somewhere and they can't get out of here, so it doesn't really matter to me right now. Yeah, whatever. So let's go with today's episode. So I've been looking into a couple of things and doing a little bit of research, and unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to need more materials, more seed, more stuff, like so much more stuff. So let me just give you a quick look here. Well, first off, I really want to start doing these quests because if I don't start doing them at some point, it's going to become a problem. So I'd like to start setting up the getting the life essence thing, and I'd like to start setting up the biofuel. But it's not going to be in today's episode because I need to do a little bit more prep. But basically, what I've decided is I gotta try and slow down my roll on episodes for actual like the progression and start doing some back-end work because I'm going to need so much gold, diamonds, emerald, all of that crap. Like I need to start having serious farms. Like this farm system is a joke. Like I want to make a farm tower. Basically, I want to make like a beautiful high tower with farms. And for that, like I'm going to prepare a little power. What? What happened here? Okay, I probably broke this when whatever. I don't know what happened. Don't care. Probably can watch the replay and figure it out. By the way, in the last episode, in the time lapse, I started cooking stone because we need a lot of stone, and I just want to make sure that this place keeps being full. And I was full on coal and charcoal anyway. Oh, did you guys just see what I saw? Let's go back. Look at all of these slates. So beautiful. Like, I need a lot of slate because I need to have more runes of dislocation. I want, well, it's not necessarily the rune of dislocation and the runes of augmented capacity that I want, but the rune of augmented capacity is used in the second level. So I'm going to need some of that, and then I'm going to need some demonic slate. You know what? At this point, let me take this one out, and I'm going to wait for this one to transform into demonic slate, and I'm going to start producing some demonic slate, because if I remember, it's the next tier. Yeah, it's just the next tier over. It's now asking a lot more blood, so it's not going to transform quite as fast. Like, I don't think I'm going to end up with multiple stacks like this, but got to start making some. And imagine if I had automate these things earlier. I probably have 4, 5, 6 altars, and I'm going to need more altars for sure, because I'm going to need to start mass producing way more resources. Which one is this one? Is that the one that I want? Let's take it out. I'm not sure. Yes, that's the one I want. Okay, so put this here. And voila, now we're producing demonic slate. Sorry. So, as I was saying, we're going to need more altars. And even like this one, I'm going to have to augment it. Oh, let me just get out of here. Perfect. Wow. So this one right now, as you can see, it's keeping up. Like this, my system, my blood system, LP blood network, it's low. See, it's going up because I'm burning all of the LP. Okay, I'm also going to need to cover my altars because this is getting annoying. Sorry. So let me go back. So this is keeping up full, but it's not putting enough in it. So I have to do a little bit more research. I don't know if I need more think I need more rune of these, like the runes of acceleration, and I'm going to want to start auto crafting those because it's a bit annoying doing them manually because of the buckets and because of the bucket of water. So I'm looking into a solution for that, and probably going to figure it out soon, and once I figure it out, we'll get it started that way. Okay, so what I was saying, there's a lot. Let's look at the quest book. Like, there's these quests to do, but like, I want to finish fertilization. Like, this is a quest line that should be finished by now, but it's waiting on the ultimate furnace. For the ultimate furnace, I need 4 blocks of Zivisio. If I come and look here, oh, not here, here, I already have 1 block, and if I look at this, I already have a second block. Basically, I put just enough essence in it to get me my 4 blocks of Zivisio. Okay, so 15 plus this other 3 is 18, which is 2 more blocks. Once I make this furnace, it's going to give me a mass Zivisio block, and there's no use for the mass Zivisio block. You can't do anything with it. But it's going to give me 9 Zivisio block, which means I could make 2 more ultimate furnace if I wanted to. And I probably will, because like, even though this one, if you look at it, it's cooking super fast, the other one's not cooking super fast. The other one is cooking so fast that it's a joke. It's ridiculous. Like, I can keep these full, but when I start with the fastest furnace, it's not going to keep up. Anyway, so that's one thing. I want to get rid of this sapling right here and this apple right there. Anyway, now if I continue looking at the book, so that's going to be one quest line done, but this Sanguinancy quest, I want to work on it because here on this tier, if I make a tier 4 blood tank, I'm going to get 2 monster spawner to put down for my mob farm. So that's really amazing. The last level is going to give me 2 crystal cluster. 2 crystal cluster is basically 1 away from my tier 6 altar. But that being said, like, let's forget about the tier 6 altar for now, like from getting these free. I'm going to have to craft it using this recipe. You know, when this is in the way, you can just search anything. Anyway, so to do the crystal cluster, we already have an automated way of getting ethereal slates, but we're going to need so much diamond, emerald, and fluix block. So what I was working on the other side is I kind of made a calculation of a ratio. Basically, I think that I need 7 diamond seeds to 2 emerald seeds to 2 iron seeds to 4 fluix seed. I don't remember the exact ratio. I'm not completely done, but I have a ratio like this where I'm going to need to make a farm just to produce the material for this, which sounds kind of easy, but that's not really where the problem comes in. And this is the worry I have. I'm starting to get afraid that I might not be able to finish the pack, because when you come to forbidden knowledge, no, not forbidden knowledge, becoming a god, the Avarisha quest. So to be able to start getting neutronium, we're going to need to get to a nutrient collector, okay? And just to show you, a nutrient collector is made in an extreme crafting with this kind of recipe. Not that big of a deal. The only problem is the crystal matrix, because the crystal matrix is 2 nether star and the diamond lattice is a lot of diamonds, but we're going to have a farm just for diamond at some point. The problem is that this nutrient collector, I finally did the research on it. It produces a nutrient pile every 5 or 6 minutes. And a nutrient pile, you need 9 to make a neutronium ingot, to make a neutronium nugget. And to make a neutronium ingot, you need 9 of those. So you're talking about so much waiting time. And these neutronium ingot, look at this. To make a, what's it called, an ingot of infinity or something like that, this is how many I'm going to need. And this is just pure time or pure resource acquiring, because I know already that the neutron activator or neutron collector, I'm going to need to craft a couple of. That being said, I don't even want to look at the infinity catalyst, but we need to. Infinity catalysts are made with this recipe. So first off, steel, we're good. Music disc, not a problem. Cobaltite, I haven't even figured out how to make them. It's true witchery, so we'll have to approach witchery at some point. Pink slime, we already know how to make. We just need to start producing pink slimes. Block of Menulin and awake. So Menulin is Ardite and the other one, I never remember the other name. Cobalt and Ardite. So I am going to need those seeds. Not in a high quantity, but I'm going to have to get Awakened Zirconium block, crystal clusters. And these are all, like the crystal cluster, you already saw how resource extensive these are. Then we need a Gaia Spirit Ingot, we need block of Terra Steel, Singularity, so we're going to have to start that at some point and just push cobblestone into it like crazy or anything else. These are going to be annoying to do. I don't know how to get Icorium, but we're going to get some free one. Don't know how to make Extremely Primordial Pearl. These, Endest Pearl, Cosmic Meatballs, and Ultimate Stews are all extreme crafting recipe that are, this one is super annoying. And to be fair, let me just find back again. This one is not so bad. Cosmic Meatball, 2 raw meat ingot, 2 of each kind of meat. Fish, we're getting plenty from the fisher. These we can produce with the seeds, so not a problem, but more pile of neutronium. And then, if I come here, block of emerald, ultimate stew, same thing, kind of easy. Once we've unlocked witchery and Tomcraft, we're going to have all of these resources, so that's not a big problem. It's making 2 at a time, so I'm not really worried about that here. Where I'm starting to get worried is that I didn't really notice these singularities. And these singularities, oh my god. An iron singularity needs a neutronium compressor and 22,800 block of iron. Like what the Shrek, man. Like these numbers seem stupid. So I really started reading every single quest. And here in Technomancy, I'm going to show you this quest here. Maximum yield. To get the maximum out of ores, you need to process them 2 times in each of the 3 purifiers. Okay, those are the 3 purifiers. Pure metals, well, let's start with 1. Pure metals, number 1. This machine can purify ores. You can get up to 7 ingots for each ore. So they say pass it each machine twice. Not quite sure how that works. I'm really curious to start unlocking this, but let's say that one gives me 7 ingots and I pass it through twice. Does it mean that I'm getting 14 instead of 7? Or does it mean that I'm getting 7 from the first one, the first pass, and 7 times 7 from the second pass, which is 49? And then they say twice through this one, which is also 7. So basically, they all 3 make 7. But is it 7, 14, 21, and then a second time for 42? Or is it 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7? I don't know, and that might be the solution. Which means we need to unlock this quest pretty soon. But to unlock this quest, we need to work in other things. So, what I'm intending to do is, I'm going to be dividing my time for the next episode between Botania, then Tomcraft, and then witchery. Okay? And basically, I'm going to have one episode of, like right now, I'm going to have, this episode is going to be about Botania. I'm going to do a 30 or 40 minutes of Botania. And then I'm going to, next episode, start maybe the witchery. And then, no, so the next episode I'm going to start Tomcraft because there's a lot of wasted time in Tomcraft for doing the research and everything. And it's going to give me time to produce the witchery seed because remember I was showing you all of the seeds I have to produce. The moment these are analyzed and completed, I'm going to need to start on the witchery seeds. And basically, for the witchery seed, if I come here and I say at witchery, and I go look at the seeds, these right here. Belladonna is made with soil, with seed and water seed, okay? Then Mandrake is made from Snowbell and Belladonna, so I'm going to need Snowbell first. Snowbell is made from Belladonna and water seed. Water Artichoke is made from Snowbell and water seed. Then we have the Wormwood seed. Oh, those are not producible, so I'm going to figure out those later. Wolfsbane seed. Oh, those are made from mandrake and snowbell, and garlic is made from wolfsbane. So I'm going to have to set these up to be able to reproduce them. So probably if I do witchery in 2 episodes, that's going to give me a little bit of time to at least get the seeds ready on time. I don't know if I'm going to grow the seed to 10-10-10, but maybe it's just not decided. Oh, you know what? There's one thing I want to try. So let me just try something quickly. These are electrum seeds. Okay, so I'm going to grab all of these. There's an experiment that I've not done yet, and I was going to do it in my test world, but then I figured after, why do it in the test world? Let's do it in an episode, and we'll look at the end. 324, 324. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 324 seed right here. And in some Modpack, maybe not this one, I'm really not sure, but that's why I'm trying it with you. In some Modpack, you can do breeding like this in a line, okay? So while I'm doing my episode, this one, I'm just going to grow it immediately. It's going to expand to the next one and the next one. And the question is, at the end, am I going to have a stronger seed, or am I going to have a 324 seed, or even a reduced seed? I don't know if it's just copy or if it gains stats. So that's one test I want to do, because if it gains stat, I'm going to change my setup and I'm just going to make long serpentine lanes like this, and I'm no longer going to waste time on seeds, and I wish I discovered that before. But I assumed that it was turned off because nothing talked about it, and that might have been just a mistake on my part. So, like I was saying, time for a little bit of Botania for this episode, and then, So what I was trying to say is that I'm going to make shorter episode, in the sense that I'm going to try and keep the episode to 30, max 40 minutes. Because it's not like I'm trying to achieve a specific goal, it's that I need the time lapse. And at the end of this episode, for sure, the first thing I'm going to concentrate on is the mob farm, because I don't know how long the mob farm is going to need to run to get all the essence and all the mobs that we're going to need, because I need my wither skeleton seed. So the idea would be to finish this, make this episode a bit short, and then prepare the mob farm so that we have 2 mob farm. One for spawners that I collect and bring over to produce essence, and one mob farm to make actual, like, to spawn specific mob, like pink slimes, or like wither skeleton, to try and get 4 wither skeleton skulls, like for specific mob spawning. So the idea would be that on next episode, I would go to the nether with you guys, and I would collect my blaze spawner, start my farm, and I would find a wither skeleton that I would capture with a safari net to start making wither skeleton to try and get the wither skeleton ads. Okay? So in the meantime, we're just going to be questing through all of the other things, and then the next time lapse, I'm going to work on making my like horizontal farm. You know what? I just want to show you a little something that I'm going to be doing in my time lapse. So here, if I come here, elevator, these E-roll elevators, I'm going to need that for my vertical farm. So 1, and how do I make this? Like this, or with 2 sheep essence and any other essence. So what I'm going to do now to make things simple is I'm going to get 2 sheep essence stack, and then I'm going to get 2 chicken, 2 cows, 2 nature essence, 2 creeper. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you know what? I'm going to put back 1 chicken essence. So I'm going to try and make a lot of wool, because I don't want to have to deal with this again. So this, and then I think it's, if I saw the recipe correctly, it's anything else. Like this and like this. Really? I said like this. No, it doesn't work. What? Just give me the wool recipe. Okay, I guess I needed other stuff. You know what? I'm going to be fine with 25. And because anyway, that's going to make the next elevator. I'm going to need a lot more elevators, but now I can show you how this is going to work. Put it down like this, and it's very important where the You saw how I shift clicked it down so that this ender pearl would be there, because that's how it works. You're going to appear on the ender pearl level. Do I have? Nope. Okay. So the next one, I just need to make sure that I'm at the same place. Right here, same thing, shift down. And then you can shift right click. This is basement 1. Perfect. I'm happy with the name. This is floor 1. Also happy with the name. And now, at any point from anywhere, if you just right click it, you can say basement 1. Or you can say floor 1. So once I make my farm, I'll have a diamond level, gold level, iron level, whatever. Like, I'll make a tower of farm so that they're all in the same chunk. So I try to limit the number of chunk that I need to use. And with particle off and with the water and everything, I think I should be okay not to make it a complete mess. There's no guarantee. It might be awful what I'm going to do for my frame rate. I might even need to move the farm somewhere else. But you know what? It needs to get done. I'm going to need the resource, so that's what I'm going to try. And I'm going to use these elevators to be able to go from one level to another. So, finally, just 20 minutes in, we're starting the Botania episode. Okay, the reason I want to do a little bit of Botania is that I want to start with rods with things on them. Rods with things on them. Some basic rod that do interesting things. Wants us to make a rod of the land. A rod of the land is made with a rune of earth, a living wood twig, and a dirt. So, living wood twig, we have one, and a rune of earth right here, and we need a dirt. Oh, do I have dirt in the ME system? Oh, I need to connect my ME system. That's also something that I'm going to look into doing pretty soon. So right now I need to go use the dirt. So the reason it's a problem for me is that, oh, I have 15 stacks of dirt. Okay, so that puts a lot less urgency on what I want this, but the reason I wanted this is that I know that I have to do a lot of farms, okay? So, like this. Hello. Rune of earth. Living wood twig. Oh, this one's coarse dirt. Okay, so this is not the real dirt. I think if I put it down and recollect it, it becomes a real dirt. Yeah, perfect. Sorry, guys. So I didn't know I had this much dirt, but I now have a rod of the land. And how does this work again? I think I need mana on me. Let's grab this. Et voila. See? Using mana, it makes dirt. So when I'm going to want to make my farm, if I didn't have the 15 stack, I could just be making dirt by using the rod. So I'm going to keep this on me because I'm probably going to make another rod, but that's a very useful rod. Let's just go to the quest book. Rod of the Sea. Rod of the Sea is rune of water, living wood twig, and a water bottle. So, and that did consume the runes. So it's a good thing that I did a little bit more runes that I wanted because I'm going to be using them. I have water bottles and... oof, that's not a lot of living wood. Probably going to run out of living wood before I do all of the craft that I want. And that's a Rod of the Sea. Shit, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. Did I break anything else? Yes, I broke the redstone right here. Let me put that back. So to be used carefully, and honestly, I have the sigil of water. So the Rod of the Sea, not quite as useful. Like, it's not a bad one to get, but that's kind of the problem with these mod packs. Sometimes when they put in too many things in, they end up putting things that are really, that you already have for other reason and for other things. Oh, this is actually out of, okay, just give me a second, because that's actually out of feed, well, not feed, sorry, out of charcoal. So let me grab the manufacturer yellow. And in this case, I'm going to use the charcoal because I don't have to process it. I'm pretty sure that charcoal takes exactly the same kind of, produce the same kind of energy as the coal. So might as well use the cheapest material. That's going to be an annoying sound. I gotta move that farm somewhere else. I keep complaining about it, but why complain about something if you're not going to do anything about it? Okay, perfect. 5 stack. Come back here. I really love the halo. I should have crafted that the moment I went into Botania. Okay, so that's another one bites the dust. Rod of the Skies. Oh yeah, this is to launch yourself in the air and not have any fall damage. So Rod of the Sky is a feather, a rune of air. So feather, rune of air. And oh, when I went back there, I went back there for 2 reasons. I also wanted a stack of wood because I need to start producing more living wood. So let's break this. And there's probably, like, I'm thinking of maybe automating this. I'm going to do a bit more research on how much of these I need. But I'm thinking of using an annihilation plane and a formation plane to just automate this process. It's just not my main priority right now, and I don't know how many I'm going to need. So if I don't need that much, might not be worth doing that much. But see, I'm already on my last living wood right now. So let's craft this, grab this, and then voila. And no fall damage. So this is kind of a cool rod, but one of those cool / useless one. And Rod of Hell. Ooh, is that one that make fire around the point? This rod, when right click on the ground, will make a ring of fire around the point of origin, burning anything and everything in it, including you. So yeah, that's really, really useless. But we're going to make it because it's a quest. So now I need a blaze powder. Let's grab a blaze powder. Just one of these, put it like this. And I can put the other one back, I don't care. And then I'm going to grab the wood because I need it for the twig. This is kind of a cool concept that it makes you produce all of those things, telling you what they're used for. But it's not cool that it's not that useful. Like the wand of fire, don't know why I would use that. Like, if I had mob attacking me, but why would I burn mobs when I can just kill them with my blaster or with my super good sword? So this I'm immediately putting in there because I don't want to risk hurting myself. Rod of Plentiful Mantle. This rod, when right click, will highlight nearby ores. Okay, useful how? There's no ores in this world. Maybe it's for if I'm looking for ardite and cobalt when I'm going to need some in the nether. That's the only thing I can think of right now. 1, 2, 3. Nope, I need still more. Wow, this one's expensive in living wood, considering that I'm missing living wood. Hopefully this is going to be the last one, and it's going to give me 32 living wood, so I would kind of appreciated getting the reward before, to be honest, but it is what it is. Stop complaining, etc., and just do the work. Put that back down, and then we're going to need to make the last rod, like so, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and mana diamond, and that's a weird sound. Let me just go in the nether 1 second, because I know that there's ardite and cobalt in the nether. I'm just curious to see if it's going to do anything. Where am I? Doesn't seem to do... See, I see one here, but that rod... I don't understand that rod. Don't really need to waste any time on it, but... Okay, let's bring it back home. Maybe if I read the book, it's going to tell me more about it, but doesn't seem that useful to me right now. So let's just put it in the chest of completed stuff and move on. Right here. And that was the last one. Perfect. So, advanced rods. Rods of the shifting trust. These rods do major change to the world around you. This rod functions exactly as the one of equal exchange from Tomcraft. Shift right click on the block you want to place, then right click on the block you want to replace. Works as a quick pure daisy replacer. When holding the Rod of Depth or Rod of the Land, you can use them as infinite cobblestone or dirt to replace block at the expense of more mana. This one is kind of cool, but I need a Rune of Slot, which need Runes of Air and Rune of Autumn. No, I'm not going in that direction today. So what else should I do? I want to do the upper... Oh god, that's a lot of... What's a Hopper Hawk? A Hopper Hawk is Mystical Gray, Mystical Gray, Mystical Light Gray, Rune of Air, and Redstone Root. Oh, I need grass. Okay, so grass is not a problem. I want to do that one because the idea of it sounds really cool. So let me throw the book on the ground because, of course, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Let me grab this and some shears and grab back my book and do this and... grab all of this grass. Perfect. Let's put that back in here. And a buttercup, marsh, I don't care about any of these things. Let's come back here. I'm going to grab 9 redstone and transform all of the 9 wheat that I have because I feel like that's something I'm going to be reusing. Ooh, and it brings me to something like I've been doing some investigation because one of the becoming a god quest was having us, needing us to, ooh, I'm going to need to make more seeds. Okay, so one of the things that it was doing was, how do we put water in here? How do we automate this? Well, I do know how to automate, well, automate. Semi-automate. Like I need a better full automation thing in the end. But look at this. I'm going to make an open crate. Like so. And I'm going to put this back. And then I'm going to put this on top. Oh, this. Can I not place? Okay, so screw it. I'm just going to do it like this. Open crate right here. Oh, I destroyed so much of my environment. So this is a great tool, but again, not a great tool at the same time. I should probably put it on slow when I'm doing things like that. Anyway, let's continue. So we were saying, let's just do the Hopper Hawk. And like I said, I want to do the Hopper Hawk because it's something I'm going to need to use the crafty crate. So Hopper Hawk is 2 mystical gray, 2 mystical light gray. So 2 mystical light gray, 2 mystical gray. I'm going to need some water, and I'm going to need a redstone root, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so I need a way of filling the bucket. I just, you know what? Let's test also that part of the theory. These tanks are full. You know what? Just give me a new tank. Tank, right here. Perfect. And let's make a logistical sorter and a ultimate logistical. I don't need ultimate. I'll just use 3 elite for now. I'm just going to do a quick proof of concept on something else that I've been curious about. So if I go like this, okay, if I put this right here, in here, you can put a bucket to do this, right? So what I'm curious about is, let's say that I take a logistical sorter and I put it like that and I say new filter, item stack, water bucket, save, and I'm going to delete this one, perfect. And then I'm going to do this. And then let's say that I just go right here, another chest, like this. Yeah, of course, that's not, oh, wait, this is the item one. Oh, come on. 5, So it doesn't connect, or is it just that it's not configured? Okay. So I'm going to change this to items. No. That's really sad, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to try and pipe a bucket in it to fill the bucket. So that I'm going to need to do more research. It doesn't seem to work. But the reason I wanted to I am so derpy. This is kind of annoying. Put this back there, this back there. Let's try something else. Okay, open crate. Can I? Oh no, I can't click on an open crate. Hopper. So I can't craft from here. I need to go grab a hopper. Like this. What's this? Iron. Where's my iron? I just want to show you a way to automate the open crate, and I don't know if it works with an interface. Probably does. Where's the iron? Right here. Perfect. So if I go back here and I put this right here, I'm going to put a bucket of water in. Look here below, okay? You're going to see the water bucket drop and empty the water in. And then you go these two and these two and this. No, that didn't work. Sorry, because I'm missing a... What's the rune that I'm missing for the hopper hawk? Hopper hawk. The rune of air. Perfect. So rune of air goes in, and then see, and voila, we have a hopper hawk. Yep, it's that great and that amazing. You know what? I'm just going to restart this, and I'm going to put the hopper hawk right. I'm going to need some dirt. Dirt and atomic, because you need to plant it on dirt. Although I could make them floating, I'll probably look into doing that later. So what it's saying is that the hopper hawk is going to... Yeah, the hopper hawk is working perfectly, because as you saw, it's picking up all of the charcoal blocks. So yeah. To be careful, you need to use them in places... Oh. What's the... There's a... So I'm going to do a bit of research, but there's a way to tell it not to pick up. So the reason for that is the bucket. Now, if I come back here and grab some water, and I come back here and I configure this properly, it's going to drop the water, and then the hopper hawk is going to grab the bucket and bring it back here. So that's a way that you can pick up the resource from this. As long as you're dropping everything in proper order, it's that simple. What else did I wanted to show the hopper hawk for? This also goes here. Perfect. The other thing I wanted to show the hopper hawk for. I have a blank right now. Well, I don't remember exactly. I'm going to have to take it out right now because I don't want it to pick up my coal. But there is a way using frames that you can tell a hopper hawk not to pick up certain things. So I could put it down and say, don't pick up the coal. Like, that's very simple to do. I just need to figure it out because I haven't done that in a very long time. So now I have all of these to do. I'm not going to do them now. The other thing I wanted to do was this. How much Elementium did I make? 64. So let's do the Elementium quest, and then we're going to go into our time lapse. So Elementium is going to be pants. So that's pants, helmet, boots, chest plate. So that should be this, and it gives us 8 back. Then we need Elementium, shovel. Okay, so we're going to need, where's my dream wood? Ooh, that's going to use a lot of my dream wood though. So that's going to be pickaxe, axe, 4, shovel. So like this. Axe, shovel, pickaxe. Great. What's the other one? Elementum shears. Now I'm starting to make too many shears. I have so many shears to go through now. I have the, what's the other one? The non-elementum one, the metasteel one. Anyway, this. What's the next quest? Gouge, gouge, gouge. Hey, same thing again. An elementum sword and a crystal bow. Ooh, crystal bow's different. It's living wood and dragonstone. Okay, so 2 dragonstone. No, please, 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 please don't tell me. Oh, God. I think I'm going to have to reopen my... Oh, no, it's just mana infused string. Whew, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to need a living wood twig. Like this. So it's living wood twig. It's dragonstone. And it's 3 mana infused string. Perfect. And the other one is 2 dreamwood twig and... Oh well, that's a waste, but okay. So that's another thing done. And I'm going to throw all of this in here because I'm probably never going to care about this again. And by the way, I don't know, tell me, Joseph, tell me if the laughing sound was lower. Like, I think that the change that I made to go here and sound, nope, not video settings, change that I did to, oh my God, click the same thing twice, to bring down the jukebox note blocks, maybe that worked, but I'm really not sure. So let me know what you thought about the sound in the last quest that I completed. So let me come back to Botania, 42%, that seems high considering everything that's left. Gaia Spirit, okay, so I definitely don't want to do that one right now. The Gaia Spirit is a fight, so I'm going to do it, but it's going to be the next... You know what? I'm probably going to do it for the next episode of Botania. Now we're going to do next episode, we're going to start Tomcraft. And the episode after, we're going to start Witchery. But the episode after that, when we go back to Botania, maybe we start with the Gaia Spirit fight. Like crafting what we need for this. And then 4 blocks of Elementium. Just let me check. Did I screw that up also? Or did I keep enough? Yeah, I have enough Elementium. Okay, perfect. I'm probably going to need to reopen the portal at some point, but the next Botania episode is going to be fighting the boss so that we get the... That's going to unlock so many things. Oh, yes. This is going to unlock the fight, which is going to unlock the Gaia Spirit. Flugel. Tiara? This, the Flugel Tiara. If I need Ender Air Bottle. Derp! I thought I was going to get Flight. How do we do Trouble Bottle that creates End Stone? You can right click, so I'm going to need to go to the end for that. I was so hoping that there would be a way of making it because that would give me Flight. Ender... Like the Flugel Tiara, if I remember, I'm going to need some anyway at some point. So I'm going to need to find a way to get to the end. I don't even know how to go into the end in this. Problem for another time. But that's it. We're done with Botania for this episode. Very short and small one because, like I said, I need to do progressions on my time-lapse. And if I spend too much time on... doing an episode, then I can't do a long time lapse. And now with having a 44-minute episode, that lets me put 20 minutes of time lapse. And since I do time 5, 20 minutes is an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to be able to do a lot. Like I said, for the next episode, well, in my time lapse, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to take down that ritual. Don't know where I want to put it. I'll put it somewhere else. But I'm going to want my mob farm to be right here. I might probably try to connect these 2 islands also. But I'm going to make, on the right, like a normal mob farm. So it's going to be a 3 building type of thing. This one right here is going to be my spawning farm, where I spawn exactly what I want. And on this side is going to be my mob tower, where basically in that block space, I'm going to put every spawner that I grab that's going to drop mob to the ground. And let me just show you quickly. Because I might start placing some during my time lapse, I want to show you that right now. If I look at these rubber right here, rubber bars, they can be used to make conveyor belts. You know what? Let's make 2 stacks. And I also want to make one super important tool when you're playing with conveyor belts. You need plastic boots. So now let me show you what I meant by that. Okay, so let's say that this is the place where I put my mob farm. I want to have my grinder right here. So I'm going to have conveyor belts like this, and like this, and like this. So basically, let's say a mob spawn up here. It's going to drop down here, be brought to the center, and be brought to the grinding room, where it's going to get grinded and killed. The problem is you can walk on these, but it's always moving you. And when you're trying to build something, always being moved is really boring. With the plastic boot, it negates the effect. So when I'm going to be building this, and I'm going to be going around like this, and I don't want to be moved, then I can take my time and build it like I want. But basically, that's what I want to do. I'm going to be building a room here where my mobs are going to drop and be, let me take off the boot, and they're going to be brought to the killing room right here. They're going to get killed, and the essence is going to be transferred to this other room where more mobs are going to be created, and again, same principle, brought to the same killing room where they're going to get killed by the same the same farming block. What I'm probably going to do also is that, you know what, I think I'm going to bring them back to the corner and back here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to close off this room so I don't see the mob, so that it's not like always in my frame rate, and I don't want to see these because they're annoying. So what I'm going to let myself do is come to a small corridor here and have glass on the side here to be able to see into my mob farms. So that's the plan, and I've showed you everything I needed to show you to understand what we're going to do. Next episode, we're going to take the porta spawner, and we're going to take this empty safari net, and we're going to go to the nether, and we're going to jumpstart our farm. So much things to do. This is crazy. Let me just come here 1 second. Already 61 demonic slate. Guys, I should have started this automation so much sooner. I wish I had figured it out before. It took me way too long to figure out. These are spawning because there's still spot back there that are not lighted. I'm going to have to fix that also, but not going to be my priority. I've been putting off the mob farm too long. This episode is this time lapse is the mob farm time lapse, and my goal, and by the way, that's why I did this. That's why I cook so much stone. I cook so much stone because I want to use these blocks for my mob farm. I think that they're much nicer and pretty. I might even complete the blocks around my altar so I stop falling. Is there a chisel in this pack? Carpenter chisel. I don't know if that's a good chisel. Yeah, all the other one needs to be casted. That's bizarre. So no. Is there a chisel mold? Yeah. Oh, yes, right here. How do I make that chisel mold? Yeah, it's one of those non-craftable mold. Can I cast it from a carpenter chisel? Yeah, okay, no. So let's just do, can I do this? What's a carpenter block? Yeah, I think I can do a carpenter block. That seems Easy enough. So carpenter block is one block with some sticks around, like so. Perfect, that's easy. And then we need an iron ingot. I'm just curious because I usually don't make things nice. I don't know how that carpenter chisel works. Well, maybe wrong material. What if I put a stone down? Nope. Maybe if I take a cobblestone down. Like, honestly, maybe I'm gonna have to go do some research because, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to shift click, left click, right click. Can I do this? Yeah. Oh, wow. I did not know about that, though. That's a lot of netherrack, though. Those are kind of cool. I'm really thinking of large glowstone brick. Okay, so maybe the chisel is not the nicest, is not working well for me, but oh wow. There are potential for some nice fabrication. Oh, what is this? Large white stone brick, future of block. I love this look. And all it needs is some stone and bricks. Okay, I don't know how much time I'm going to waste into making things pretty, but I gotta admit, oh, you just craft them like this? No, of course not. I thought I had just figured it out. Yeah, chisel. Like, look what I could do with stone. Okay, so sorry. Chisel, like this. Okay, I'm going to go and do a little bit of research before I start my time lapse because I would love to have nicer block. And it, oh, for crying out loud. Wow, you guys must be laughing your ass off. I can't believe. I don't know what the other chisel is, but right now I don't care. All I care about is that, yeah, I have a lot of options. So I might not be going with the other blocks because it might be more complicated, but there are some, there are some beautiful options for me to pick from. So I'm going to go and start building my mob spawner, and I'm going to try and do something that's kind of nice looking for once. Wait. Is there clear glass as this? Glass. I'm out of glass. Okay, so I want to show you one last thing because, yeah, I'm always saying one last thing. So there are three options for glass. I'm going to do 5 of these. Okay, so option 1 is using the chemistry set, but ooh, I don't want to lose what I'm making right now, so I'm going to do this one last. I'm just going to let this one finish. So there's 3 options. First option, super simple. No, just one, because I need the other one to do the sample. So you put it in here, and at the cost of 1,000 LP, 4 sandstone becomes 4 glass, okay? Or, the second option is if I come in here, and I melt 4 sand, and I come back here, and I make a mold. So let me make a mold. Oh my god, I'm doing too much again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Unless you have not noticed, I'm really excited about the direction of things and where I'm going. So can I use a block of sand? Nope. Can I use a stone? Yes, perfect. So soft block mold, which I'm going to cook here because I don't want to go downstairs. And is this finished? Yes, it's finished. So second method is this with too much LP. Like honestly, love to hate it, it gives you an extra 4, but it's 20,000 LP. And right now, I don't have any single piece of LP to waste, so that's not going to happen. The other last option, like I said, oh, let's grab this back, is to actually melt 1 for 1. So I don't know if that's a good method, but I'm thinking of maybe using that method to make my glass. I'm not sure. I'm either going to use the altar or I'm going to just be pouring it like this. And now the reason I did this is if I go chisel and glass, hallelujah, yes, stone frame glass, clear glass. Clear glass is amazing because clear glass, not only is it beautiful like this with no border in the center, but when you break it, you get it back. So yeah, I'm going to use clear glass for my mob farm. Is there ender glass in there, or ender glass, or witherproof glass or something like that? Oh, there's stained glass. There's so many beautiful things. Witherproof. Oh, you can't craft it. Of course you can. That would have been nice. But anyway, so I have plenty of building materials to be able to do something nice. I swear to God, I'm ending the episode now and I'm going in my time lapse, but I'm going to go and prepare my mob farm so that we're ready to use it in the next episode. So guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.